Shen Yan, hereditary 100 household officer of Dinghai Guard in eastern Zhejiang, along with over 20 military and officer households from the Guard, were exiled overseas for colluding with the Woko and aiding the enemy. Why are you making me do this? Is this still even our country? I time traveled. Just arrived and already exiled. What a wild start. Hey, isn't that Shen Yan? How does exile feel? Jiang Bao used to be under my command. Now that I've fallen, he jumps right at me. First one to step on me. The wind shifted. Now it's turning northeast. The big wave's going to hit starboard. Hold tight. Quit acting like you know it all. Help! Grab the rope. Everyone, grab a rope. Don't stand, everyone get down. Keep low, lower your center of gravity. Now you know to panic. The rudder's jammed. Once it's stuck, the boat can only take the wave side on. One more wave like that, and the whole boat will flip. What do we do now? First, get the jammed rudder loose. Get as much movement as possible. Turn the bow off the direct hit. Go with the wave, not against it with the side. Don't listen to him. He's just a bookish officer. He knows nothing. All hands, listen to me. Don't touch the rest of the supplies. At a time like this, all you care about is those barrels of water. Boat's leaning left, but you piled all that heavy water supply on starboard. Move all that weight from the high point to the middle. Balance both sides. That'll steady the boat. Old Joe, you and 2 men come aft to help me untie the rope. Everyone else, move things to the center. Pile them here. Hold them down. Hurry, just like Master Shen said. Those helping with the rope, come with me. Cut it loose. Take the helm. Press with me. All the way left. Swing the bow over. I'm alive, or am I? Captain Zhang. That last hit almost killed us all thanks to you. I was only thinking of everyone. Good job, Officer Shen. Kept calm under pressure. Saved us from disaster. Impressive, Lin's impressed. Just now, Captain Zhang's orders about the water and supplies were really meant for the boat's survival. There's a natural order. Everyone has their role. That's just how it works. But it was Officer Shen who rallied everyone, and everyone jumped in. After this, about boat decisions. Do we listen to Officer Shen? Or do we stick to the usual rules? Don't pretend the rules you talk about are about one person holding all the power, right? There's always been a pecking order, since forever. But let me ask you this. When it really mattered, did the hierarchy or the rules save this boat? The boat was fixed because everyone got involved. Not just because of someone's authority. From now on, there's only one rule. If you want to live, you help out. No one gets to decide everyone's fate alone. Or act like they're above the rest. Officer Shen's right. I was too rigid. Openly, it's Jiang Bao grabbing power. Secretly, it's Lin Wengshuan using him. These two are going to cause more trouble. Old Joe, check the supplies. Distribute by head count. Kids and elders drink first. Hey, Mr. Shen, how'd you know the wind was going to change just now? That the boat was gonna flip? Can you read the sky? The flag flipped. That means the wind changed. Boat kept tipping, wouldn't come back level. That's a sign of flipping. All of this can be learned. I'll teach you from now on. What is that? Where the hell are we now? There's not even a sip of water left. How much water do we still have? The typhoon smashed our stores. Now there's just a little left. Not enough for everyone to last 2 days. This is volcanic soil. The drier the ground on the surface here. Hey, Captain. This rotten island doesn't have a drop of water. If we wait any longer, we're all going to die of thirst. Why panic? If you ask me, our old crew should drink first. Why let those refugees fight us for it? Mr. Shen, ever since we landed, you've been staring at that mountain. Is there something special about it? Look at this soil. It's black with a bit of gray, crushes to powder easily, and has holes in it. That's volcanic ash, laid here for hundreds of years. The volcano's been dormant forever. Don't be scared. But since it's a volcanic island, there's probably water underground. There really is water under here. Volcanic rock is full of holes. Rain seeps in and gathers underground in low spots, especially at the base of the mountain and where it meets the beach. Low ground holds water best. Theft, Officer Shen. You think this is magic? Not a drop on the surface. But open your mouth, and there's water underground? You're just making stuff up now, trying to fool us with nonsense. Belief isn't just about words. Old Joe, go get the shovels with broken handles from the boat, and any empty buckets. Little Stone, you're quick on your feet. Run around the base of the mountain. Check every patch of grass, even the tough kind, if it's even a bit greener than the rest. Come report right away. Where grass is thickest, there's more water below, right? What a show-off. Mr. Shen found something. There's a hollow area over there, growing a ring of reed-like grass, much thicker and greener than the rest. The ground is damp. Reeds only grow near water. So there's a spring underneath. Let's dig here. Go ahead and dig. If you find water, I'll eat this shovel. Just half a foot more. There's water. It's coming out. Boss Wang, Mr. Shen says, you gotta eat that shovel now. Wait. This water's muddy and dirty. Drinking it straight will upset your stomach. With so many people, if anyone gets sick, that's worse than no water at all. Dug up water but can't drink it. What, Shen, afraid we'll steal your success. Old Joe, get me 4 empty buckets. Drill a few small holes at the bottom. Then get coarse and fine sand from the beach. And grab some half-burned charcoal from the fire. What's this for? To make a filter to clean the dirty water. Coarse sand goes on top. It blocks big clumps of dirt. Fine sand in the middle. Filters out the small stuff. Then charcoal at the bottom. That's the key part. Pulls out the bad taste and odors. Put some rounded stones at the very bottom, so everything stays in place, and water can drip through evenly. Clear and sweet. Sir, you're a lifesaver. Not a lifesaver. This island just had water all along. Everyone dug it up together, filtered it out, dug the water from the ground. Muddy water turned clear. If he keeps winning everyone's hearts like this, who on this island will still care about ranks? That fool Wang too. Completely useless. But even this spring water could be used to our benefit. Stop. Line up and register to get water. Register for what rule? Starting today, this spring water is split into 3 classes. Military households get it first. Once they have enough, then the officials. You refugees. Wait, didn't we all dig this water together? Why? Because you're a criminal. I'm a military household. How can you compare to the rank of a military household? Don't you get it? These are rules made by educated people. What's going on? Leader Shen, I'm setting up rules here. This water is precious. There needs to be an order. Military households go first. Refugees come after. It's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Let me ask you, who dug this spring? Yesterday, the people who dug this spring included military households and craftsmen, and refugees too. Old Wang, even at his age, dug with us for half a day. The blisters on his hands are still there. Even I dug, one scoop at a time. Everyone carried the buckets of sand and charcoal to filter. This water was dug out by everyone on the island. So why is it only a private asset for the military households, according to you? I was just trying for who? So you could keep this spring and act like a king, hogging more for yourself?
Today,
Let me be clear. The water on this island, that we dug from the land, the ones caught from the sea, or grown on this island, anything we all work together to get, belongs to the whole island. It doesn't belong to some military household, or any specific clan. Then how should we split it? We can't ignore ranks. It would be chaos. We'll split it. But not by your rank system. From now on. Rule 1 on Kangmo Island. Divide by work done. Doesn't matter who you are. If you put in the work, you get your share. Work more, get more. Elders and kids who can't do heavy work. We all support them together. Doesn't matter if you're military or official, or refugee. At this spring, there's no high or low status. Sir, does that mean refugees like us count as people too? Here on this island, you're not a refugee. You're someone who helped dig this spring. Mr. Lin,
today,
I was following your advice. Who knew Shen Yan would embarrass me in front of everyone? It's stupid to fight over ranks at the spring. Everyone dug for water, and you tried to take more. Of course people talk. So in your opinion, if he can get water from underground, what about food? There's no rice growing here. When the food runs out, let's see if his no rank rule lasts. How long can it hold up? Mr. Shen, bad news. A lot of food was ruined in the typhoon. If we ration it, at most, it'll last 5 or 6 days. Everyone. Mr. Shen solved the water problem. We respect that. But right now, food is our real crisis. This bit of food we have left should go to the most useful people first. Soldiers and military households are key to rebuilding. Mr. Lin makes sense too. But food is so limited. Wang Tu handled the water issue. But this time, he's taking on the food issue himself. Cutting off food for refugees. Using fear very wisely. He's counting on everyone's fear of death. Mr. Shen, after what Lin Yong said last night, people's morale is half gone. We really don't have much food left. Do you have any ideas? We have the rafts on the sea, but we have no boats, no nets either. How can we catch anything in this huge sea? You don't always have to go in the water to fish. Look at this tidal flat. Right now it's low tide. The sea is way out there. But in a few hours, the tide will come back, flooding this entire flat. That's just how nature works. Everyone knows that. Many people know, but few know how to use it. When the tide rises, schools of fish and shrimp will flood into this shallow to feed. When the tide recedes, they'll follow the water back to sea. But if we build here beforehand, a low semi-circular wall of bamboo and stone, leaving a small opening, the fish will come in with the tide, swimming through the opening into the circle. At low tide, water leaks through the gaps. But the fish are blocked by the wall and can't get out, leaving them all on the beach for us to pick up. So this means we don't have to go out to sea or use any nets. The tide itself will deliver the fish to us. Mr. Shen, this is a brilliant method. Letting the ocean be our fisherman. Catching fish just by building a wall? I think he's playing us for fools. General Zheng, stay calm. Mr. Lin, didn't you say that cutting their food would make him look like a failure? Now look at this. He's taking everyone to catch fish on the flats. His method sounds far-fetched. No one knows if it will work. But once it does, he'll be the undisputed leader of this island. You and I will never have a chance to rise again. Then what should we do? Isn't he building a low wall to block the fish? The wall is fixed, but people's minds are flexible. Have your old buddies help build the wall? Build it a bit loose, leave the gaps a bit larger. When the tide comes, the fish will naturally slip away. Then the whole island will see nothing but an empty beach. Let's see how Shen Yan handles that mess. Understood. I'll take men to help right away. Lin Wengshuan is at it again. Finished! It's all done! Our section is the sturdiest. Sergeant Zhang, the gaps in your section are too big. It's fine as long as the wall stands. What's wrong with a few gaps? It's seawater, not rainwater. It leaks through the cracks. Do you think fish can squeeze through those gaps? Of course fish will squeeze through. And the current is strongest during low tide. Fish will fight to rush out with the water. With gaps this large, they'll all escape as the tide goes out. Then the beach will be empty. Not a single fish will be left. You're framing me. I was only trying to help. Shen Beisheng, Zhang was just trying to help. Why blame him? Besides, catching fish with a wall is an unheard of fairy tale. What does the size of a few gaps matter? Unless Shen Beisheng himself is unsure and is rushing to find an excuse, so he can dodge the blame when no fish are caught. Right, no one has seen this method before. What if we really don't catch anything? He wants to muddy the waters, making everyone doubt the method. Arguing with him is useless. To defeat him, I must let the results speak. Success isn't proven by words. I'll rebuild this section myself. The bamboo must be 3 feet deep in the sand. Tie them tight. Between the poles, weave thin bamboo strips horizontally. Make it so dense that even small fish can't pass. I've calculated the tide times for today. I know exactly when it rises and falls. Wall's done. Now we wait for low tide. Whether there are fish on the beach, you'll see for yourselves. Mr. Shen, the water has risen over the wall. Will the fish really come in? They will. As the tide comes in, greedy schools of fish will follow the water into the circle. They don't know yet that when the tide recedes, this shallow will be a cage they can't escape. So what if he calculated the tide? Regarding Zhang Biao's sections, I didn't let him fix them all. He thought I only fixed the disputed part. But I checked and patched every section when we built it. Fish! It's fish! The whole beach is full of fish. There's fish! We're saved! The whole island won't starve. Ah, impossible! Zhang bowed clearly. How could my section? These fish didn't fall from the sky. It's from everyone building the wall together and watching the tide together. We earned this. Some say this life-saving food should be reserved for useful people. But yesterday, when the rations were low, held in the hands of a few, it only became less and less. In the end, no one would survive. Today, this sea, because everyone on the island worked together, has yielded all these fish. Keeping resources in a few hands only leads to scarcity. Letting everyone participate and create together will lead to abundance, more than we can ever eat. Strange. A bunch of drunks and thugs built a wall, and when the tide went out, they caught so many fish. Something is fishy here, the young master mentioned recently. A new smuggling route in these waters. He told me to watch for any unusual activity. The activity on Kaomiao Island is significant. I must report back to the young master immediately. Mr. Shen, on such a happy day, why are you here all alone? Oh, Joe. When we were catching fish today, did you feel that in the northern rock forest, someone was watching us? The north side, young master? Are you saying besides us, there's someone else on this island? An island with fresh water and food. Couldn't have been empty for centuries. If we could drift here, others could too. Someone's stealing fish. Someone come quickly. This is outrageous. How dare they steal on our turf? They're gone. A few shadows fled toward the northern rock forest. They were carrying harpoons. It's just as you said. There are others on this island, using harpoons, good at swimming, living in the rocks, living off the sea. These are Dan people. I don't care who they are. They stole our stuff. We should chase them down and take it back. Take it back? They've been the masters here for centuries. We are the newcomers. Is it worth starting a blood feud for a few fish? Is it, sir? Then, in your opinion, how should we handle this? The fact that they stole proves one thing. They are also short of food. Instead of making enemies, it's better to show goodwill. With today's catch, we can't finish it all anyway. Pick some good ones to send to the Dan people. Send them? They stole from us. And then we give them more? Shen Beisheng, you're helping outsiders. Trading a basket of fish for fewer enemies and more neighbors. Any way you calculate it, it's worth it. Mr. Shen has a point. A great point. As for delivering the fish, leave it to me. I manage the kitchen, so I know exactly how to pack them. I know the drill. And you are? This is Qian III, a follower of Mr. Lin Wengshuan. After exile, he manages the supplies. Fine. Send the best ones. Don't worry, I'll pick the very best. Good fish for those peasants. Take the rotten fish over. Those egg people will definitely get angry. If both sides start trouble, Mr. Lin will be thrilled. What is Third Qian doing? He's hiding the good fish behind himself. He's putting the rotten fish into the basket for others. Mr. Shen, something's wrong. Third Tian is acting suspicious. He hid the good fish behind himself. Only the rotten, smelly ones go into the rice delivery basket. Let's go take a look. Mr. Shen has packed up all the fish, sending them to the eggy people right away. Wait. Let me see the good fish you chose. The good fish are hidden behind him. The smelly fish are given to the refugees. Is this what you call picking the best ones? Mr. Shen, please spare me. It's small, just a small mistake. I wasn't thinking. Wanted to keep a few for everyone as a treat. To give everyone a little extra. So let me ask you. If you send rotten fish to the refugees, what happens if they eat it? They'll get sick. They'll think we gave them bad fish on purpose. That's right. We were supposed to send fish as a goodwill gesture, to turn enemies into friends. But if we send a basket of rotten fish, the egg people will only think we're provoking them, that we're bullying them. And then both sides will end up fighting. Let today's incident be a warning to everyone. Whether it's refugees or us exiles, we'll all have to make a living on this island. We're neighbors, starting today. The second rule of Vast Island. Egg people, exiles, soldiers, everyone is treated the same. No dividing lines. Anyone who deliberately stirs up conflict between the two groups, or incites hatred, will be severely punished. You are hiding public goods, and almost caused a disaster. You're sentenced to 10 days of hard labor. And your food share for this month will be reduced. Kitchen supplies. Starting today, someone else will manage them. Thank you, Mr. Shen, for sparing me. Thank you, Mr. Shen. Old Joe, you take this basket yourself and deliver it to the island's north. Leave it at the entrance to the reefs. Back away from them. Let them know we mean no harm. I'll go right now. We're catching more and more fish. It's a good thing, but also a problem. Sir, is catching more a bad thing? Fresh fish rots in 2 days. Kian's basket rotted because it wasn't processed. No matter how many you catch, it's wasted if they rot. But if we could keep fish for weeks, or even a whole year, we could store what we can't eat today, for the future. Or trade them with the Dan people. Keep fish for a year without spoiling? Mr. Shen has a way. 2 methods used together. First, remove the guts. Slice them open and flatten them. Hang them to dry in the wind and sun. The island has strong sea breezes and sun to dry out the moisture. Without water, they won't spoil. Second, rub salt thoroughly inside and out before drying. Salt draws out the moisture and stops the rot that smells. Once cured, seal them in jars to keep out dampness and flies. Fish made this way, dried or salted, is still edible after 6 months or a year. Slice and dry, salt and seal. Sir, it sounds simple, but none of us thought of it. Sir, look at this dried fish. Firm and fragrant, not fishy or smelly at all. It's been days, yet it's like new. Great. With these supplies, even if another typhoon comes and stops us from fishing, we won't go hungry. Dried goods can be stored or traded. When dealing with the Dan people, this will be our best leverage. Who's there? Stop. Help! Someone's stealing our goods. It's that gang again. They're running off with several bags. We gave them fish and fed them, yet they steal. Ungrateful wolves. Men, follow me to the North Forest. Let's wipe out those ungrateful bastards. Kill Shen, the 100-man commander. Move! These refugees have gone too far. If we don't strike north today, how can we show our faces? Jiang Bao, you go north, then what? Then we vent our rage. The Dan have lived here for generations. They know every reef and every undercurrent. You'd leave men who can't even swim to rush their camp in the dark? Is that revenge or a suicide mission? Then we just let it go. Let them keep coming. Stealing isn't okay, but don't risk lives. Catch one. Catch one. Catch one, sir. They're like the wind. How in this pitch black? They've stolen twice. They'll come a third time. When they return, I have a way to ensure none escape. Mr. Shen, what are you making? An eye, to keep watch for us. See this rope along the ground, hidden in the grass? You can't see it at night. The other end connects to this. If someone trips on the rope, these bells will chime. The whole camp will hear. No matter how quiet they are, tripping the rope gives them away. Detection isn't enough. We must trap them. They enter through the windows. This pit under the window, filled with loose sand and covered with grass, will trap them. Once they fall and panic, trying to climb out, they'll pull this rope. The net will drop, trapping them inside. Rope trips, bells ring, pit traps, feet stuck, net falls, person caught. Sir, this setup is ingenious, just like catching fish. Everything works the same. To fish, you lure them in and cut off their escape. Catching men is the same. You're sure they'll come tonight? They've had it easy and don't know we're onto them. Greed makes people careless. It's an ambush. Got him. We netted one. Caught a live one. And he's a stubborn one too. Kill me or torture me. Do as you please. Begging for mercy in your dreams. You little... I'll take your arm first. Stop. What's your name? Just kill me. Why ask questions? You led the theft, and you're the most skilled, since people follow you. You're no nobody among the refugees. My name is Ahu. Refugee matters are none of your business. Landsman, go. Are you crazy? You're letting him go? I'm letting him sit up to talk. Ahu, let me ask you. The Dan called the sea home. You shouldn't be starving. Why risk your life? To steal our fish? The fish run is late this year. Our elders and kids have been hungry. You people from the land use such huge nets that you took all the fish. Our people can't catch anything. I had no choice but to take some. I see. Landsmen are all no good. Back then, my father. What about your father? He was the Dan's old chief. 3 years ago, pirates killed him. Those pirates were landsmen, so we don't trust no one from land. Pirates killed your father. That debt is for the pirates. But you, why blame all landsmen for it? Old Joe, bring 2 baskets of goods. Yes. These 2 baskets. Take them to your elders and kids. He stole from us. If you won't kill him, fine. But giving him 2 baskets? You're boosting their morale while crushing our own. Will the men stand for this? Zhang, you want to kill Ahu and start a war with the Dan, just to show your authority. But kill one Ahu, and the whole tribe becomes our enemy. It'll be endless mutual killing. In the end, both sides lose men. Who benefits then? Those who want us to fight. Ahu, listen well. Our fishing cut off your livelihood. We didn't think it through. These baskets are an apology. And a promise from me, Shen Yan. The island sea isn't for one tribe. The Dan know the water. We have the techniques. Why not cooperate? Take this message to your chief. Kangman Island wants to be neighbors, not enemies. I'll remember this. Ahu, weren't you captured by the landsmen? How are you back? And with all this food? Sister, they caught me with a trap. And then? I thought I was dead. But their leader, Shen Yang, he didn't kill me. He untied me and even gave me these baskets for our elders and children. Nothing in this world is free. Landsmen are cunning. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He has a hidden motive. Sister, I spoke with him. He said taking our fish was wrong. The baskets are an apology. He said we know the water, and they have techniques. He wants to be neighbors, not enemies. Neighbors? Who? Have you forgotten how father died? I haven't, but sister. Pirates killed father, not this Shen Yan. He's unlike any landsman I've met. This is bad. The Dan from the north are here. A huge crowd has surrounded us. Men, grab your weapons. Do you all see now? What did giving food get us? They're at our door with weapons. Being kind to outsiders is like bargaining with a tiger. They fear power but lack virtue. That describes them. If we don't strike first and drive them out, today will be our last. Commander Shen, it's too dangerous. You are the Dang chief? You're the Shen Yan who freed my brother and gave us the food? That's me. I want to see for myself what you're really up to. There's no such thing as free fish in this world. Why are you so nice to someone who stole from you? What are you getting out of this? I'll tell you straight. I'm after your damn people's skills. You know every current in these waters and every fish school. I also hope this island will have fewer enemies down the line. And more allies. Helpers? Yes, Don folk? Why should we help you convicts from the mainland? You heard what I said. This is pointless. I'm trying to show you guys an easier path. What do you mean? Your brother Ahu told me. The fishing season is late this year. Your crew was hungry for more than 2 weeks. You Dai folk have fished for generations. But fishing depends on the weather. When the fish arrive, you feast. When they don't, you starve. If the waves get rough, you can't even sail out, right? So what? That's how our Dan people have always lived. Aju, don't listen to their sweet talk. We Dan folk live off the sea. That's been true for generations. No need for outsiders to teach us how to survive. He just wants to trick us Dan folk into working for him. Mainlanders never have good intentions. Let me ask you this. Fishing by luck alone, does that stop your crew from starving? That's fate. Going hungry is just destiny. Going hungry isn't destiny. It's because no one told you. Fish can be caught and raised. Raise fish? How do you raise fish in the sea? Look at this shallow sea. Just bare sand. When fish swim by, there's nowhere to hide. Nothing to eat, so they leave. But if we build rock reefs on the sea bottom, seaweed grows in the cracks, brings in small fish and shrimp. Once you have plenty of those, bigger fish come in packs. They stay and lay eggs. Give it some time. That artificial reef becomes a fish farm. Fish start gathering even more. No need to wait for luck. If that's true, then in the future, if you want fish, you can always have some. It's more than that. This tide zone can be layered for farming. Put floating racks on the surface. Raise nori or kelp. Hang ropes in the middle. Raise oysters and clams. Bury clams in the sand below. Use flower clams. The whole beach produces at all 3 levels. 1 acre of sea is worth 10 acres now. Is everything you said true? You'll know once you try. I can teach you dumb people how to turn this whole northern sea into fish farms. Shenyun, you're out of your mind. This farming method is how Kangmang Island survives. You can't just share it with outsiders. It's a family secret, never to be passed on. Giving away our skills like this, how will we stand tall later? Aju, didn't I say? No one teaches skills for free. He's using empty talk, so our Dai people will work as labor for him. Build reefs? Once we finish, he'll deny it. The fish farm still ends up belonging to the mainlanders. Let's not argue. Sir, I'm Zhou, manager for the Su family of Minan. My young master, Su Mingyuan, is Su Sanshao. He's in a big sea business here in eastern Zhejiang. Shen, your farming skills are truly unheard of, turning rocks to gold. My master is eager for talent. How about this? These farming methods, along with your skill for making dry goods from green water, the Su family offers 3,000 taels of silver. To buy everything, the rights belong to Su family from now on. Shen, once you take the money, Never pass the methods to anyone else. Thanks Susan Xiao for his generosity. But these farming skills are not for sale. 3,000 taels isn't enough. Is that too little? 5,000 taels? No amount will buy it. You want exclusive rights, just to keep all these skills. For the Su family alone, you want all the profit from the sea. But if only one family knows the skills, it becomes just their business. Teach more folks. Raise more fish from the sea. Then it becomes a lifeline for millions to live by, a path. Lin Bianzhang, you say skills can't be shared? Afraid if Dan folks learn, we won't survive? Let me ask you. We're exiled convicts. We lack workers, hardly any boats. Don't even know these waters well. If it's just us to build northern fish farms, it would take forever. But the Dan folk are different. They're masters of water, skilled with fish, living by the sea for generations. Sea work, they're the pros. We have the methods. They have manpower and sea skills. Together, the fish farm will grow 10-fold, 100-fold. That's not teaching for free. That's partnership. Let me make it clear today. Here's the rule. The farming methods will be shared with Dan folk without holding back. Once the fish farm's built, the fish produced, Dan folk get 70% for their labor and contribution. We get 30% for the method, 70% for Dan folk. You're giving up such valuable skills for only 30%. How can that be fair? Once the skill is taught, it belongs to everyone. To raise fish from the sea takes daily hard work. Those who work more should get more. That's the rule here on Kangmo Island. Labor should be split fairly. Whoever puts in the most gets the biggest share. Shen Yan, a Jew. I've never met a mainlander like you. From this day forward, Ming and Kangmo Island are allied. We'll build fish farms together and share the sea. This mainlander is an exception. He gives away the skill and only wants 30%. What is Shen Yan really after? Some don't get it. Why I'd pass on my best skill to the Dan folk and only take a small share? Because I figured something out long ago. True strength isn't stepping on others and keeping all the benefits. True strength is making those around you stronger along with you. If just one person keeps the pie stays small. Split it up. No one is full. But if everyone works to grow the pie and keeps growing it, so big no one can finish it. That's real strength. Stubborn as a mule. Shen Yan and that island are holding strong. Not only can we not buy it, it'll become a huge threat to the Su family's business at sea. Young master, that Shen Yan ignores us even for 3,000 taels. Even 5,000 taels doesn't impress him. He just refuses to sell no matter what. What's trickier is, he even shared his skills with the refugees, and he made an alliance with all the refugee clans. Now on that island, the locals and refugees are all united. He's just a low-level officer in exile. Yet he's got these kinds of skills. Drying greens into goods, fishing with the tides, and now they're farming as well. All these skills, each one is a moneymaker. The Su family has run shipping routes along this eastern sea for decades. How can we let one drunk man build a fortune right under our noses? Young master, what should we do now?
His island.
They're all united now. Money can't make them budge. Since soft won't work, we go hard. Isn't there a pirate group led by a Hong in these waters? Isn't the Hong gang still around? You mean those ruthless pirates led by Han Ye? Prepare a hefty gift. Let's see if Shen Yan's so-called skills can stop Han Ye's blade. Sir, this won't be easy. We need more and more salt to cure the fish. But the homemade sea salt is dark and bitter, and always has a harsh taste. The cured fish end up tasting bitter too. The eggers don't want to trade with us, because they say our salt is rough, too many impurities. There's more than just salt in seawater. There are other bitter things too. If you just boil it dry, the good and the bad stay together. Of course it's bitter. Young master, you mean? You know how to make good salt? Salt. It's key for daily life and hard cash to trade with outsiders. I can not just make it, but make the whitest, finest, purest salt. Salt making. With you amateurs? Listen up. I've been making salt for 40 years, and I know every trick, even with my eyes closed. Young master, this is old Lee the Crook, exiled with us. He's been a salt worker his whole life. Just stubborn as heck. Kid, only someone with real skill can handle salt making. Your flashy tricks, fish farming, maybe fool outsiders. But for salt, you think you'll make better salt than me? You have no idea who you're up against. Master Lee's made salt for 40 years. He's the expert, so let me ask you. If you've been making salt all your life, why is it always dark and bitter? Why is that harsh taste still there? Isn't sea salt just like this? Salt should taste this way. That's just how our ancestors did it. Scoop seawater into a pot. Boil it out, then scrape the salt. No such thing as white, fine salt. You're doing it wrong. No matter how long you boil it, it'll be bitter. You're talking nonsense. I'd like to see what you can actually make. The first step isn't boiling. First, collect the seawater. Filter out the silt. Then, simmer it slowly. Wait until it's thick and salty, when salt is about to form. The most crucial step comes. Add a bit of this to the pot. The bitter parts in the water will turn to dross and sink. Scoop out the clean brine. Discard the bitter residue. With the clean brine left, simmer again over low heat. Keep the fire low. Keep it steady. Why is this salt so white and so fine? Master Lee, have a taste. Salty. Pure salt, not bitter at all. No bitterness whatsoever. I've boiled salt for 40 years, so salt can actually be like this. My goodness. Whiter and finer than official salt. How much silver would this fetch? Sir, didn't your young master want Shenyan's salt method? Oh Lee, you'll finally talk? That Shenyan is just a kid. Why should he best me? This salt-making method, I've written it for your master. Let him make white salt too, and ruin Shenyan's reputation. When your master succeeds, don't forget my favor. Young master, with Shenyan's formula, the Su family can make white salt. This is a gold mine. Shen Yan wouldn't sell, but I got it anyway. Why is it like this? Taste it. Bitter and astringent, worse than fisherman's coarse salt. This is Lee's formula. Useless! All of you are useless. Where did Shen Yan rig it? Soft tactics failed. Stealing failed too. Are the gifts to Hangye there? Yes, they have been delivered. Hangye has already set out. Good. I'll see if his salt can stop a pirate's blade. Master Lee. These salt pans must expand. They need managing. I can't do it alone. Mr. Shen. On this entire island, regarding salt knowledge, no one beats you, with your 40 years of skill. As the salt supervisor, I want to hire you. You? You know about me? What I know doesn't matter. I know you've boiled salt for 40 years. You truly care for salt. Wasting skill on schemes is a pity. Using it here is the right way. Mr. Shen, I was possessed by greed. I'm so sorry. The past is in the past. I'm leaving the salt to you. My old life will be dedicated to this salt. No one steals a grain from me. Disaster! A big ship is coming. Pirates! The pirates are attacking. Men, don't panic. The pirates are here. Now is our time for glory. Commander Shen, leave this to me. I'll take men to the shore. What's your plan? Commander Shen, aren't the Dan people great swimmers? Let the Dan people lead the charge. Put them in the front to fight the pirates head on. Our men will back them up. When both sides are exhausted, we'll move in to finish it. Go and bring Bo back. Wait, Sergeant Zhang. We can lead the charge. But where are the weapons? Why haven't you issued the spears? Weapons are for the backup men. Aren't you down people expert divers? Take your harpoons and go. Tangle with the pirates first. To break their spirit. Harpoons against pirate steel? What? Are you scared? It's time to defend our home. Are Dan men cowards? Everyone, stop! The Dan people are in front, without even a decent weapon. The backup has full gear. Is this defense? Or using pirates to kill your own? Shen, don't slander me. This is tactical deployment. Letting locals lead the way. What's wrong with that? Without giving them weapons. You want them to die as fodder. Zhang Bao, you put us in front, to let pirates kill us Dan people. Let go, it's for the island. Now is no time for infighting. The pirates are landing soon. From this moment on, I will command the defense. Sergeant, go move logs and rocks. Wait for my signal. No unauthorized troop movements. Commander Shen, by what right? By the right of keeping men alive. You'd send half to their deaths. Who'd trust a man using us as fodder? Go to Sergeant Zhang's side now. We down people will follow you. The pirates are fierce, but they are a disorganized mob. They rely on brute force. We are few with poor weapons. A head-on fight is a loss. But we have what they don't, this terrain and one heart. Pirate boats can only land here. This path has rocks on one side, and mud bogs on the other. It's narrow and difficult. We'll let them land on this path. Young master, we aren't stopping their landing. We can't, and we don't need to. Let them into this narrow pass. Their numbers will hinder them. They'll be bunched up. Ahu, take the downmen. Hide on the cliffs and rocks. Understood. When they're all in the pass, wait for my command. Then drop everything from above. Logs and boulders. Attack from the heights. They'll have nowhere to hide. Old Joe. Set up shields at the exit. Form a shield wall. Spearmen, hide behind the shields. Shields block, don't kill. Spearmen, stab through the gaps. Don't break formation. One shield, one spear. Work in pairs. Move to the drum beat. One beat, one step forward. Drum stops. You stop. No one charges out alone. One blocks, one stabs. Following the drum. This is different from our style. Pirates are desperate outlaws. They fight individually. They look fierce but are chaotic. If we each stay and hold our positions, we'll be a force that wins. We'll trap this mob in the pass. Fishermen dare to challenge me. Charge, loot everything valuable. Kill anyone in the way. Sound the drums. Drop them. An ambush, an ambush. They're attacking from above. Retreat! Retreat now! Shield wall, advance. Who are you people? Young master, I've checked. Most pirates are captured. The rest surrendered. On our side, not a single man died. Just a few scratches. 0 casualties. We wiped them out. Commander Shen is mighty. No using people as shields. No reckless charging. And yet no one died. The pirates are finished. You wanted the pirates' blades to eliminate the damn people, so you could profit. But look closely. Those who treat others as pawns will eventually be abandoned. Only by treating all as your own, holding positions, and looking out for each other, can you win the toughest battles. Speak. Who sent you to attack Kangmo Island? You can dream if you think I'll spill anything. You're a bunch of pirates, with no reason. You suddenly hit an exiled old island with nothing valuable. No one behind you pulling strings. No one paying you. I don't buy it. Someone paid for this. Was the one who sent you named Sue? You. How do you know it's Sue? So it really is the Sue family at sea. The boss and the second boss. He was caught alive by the Kangmo Island people. Our guys got grabbed, almost all wiped out. Damn it, this is too much. Just an exiled forsaken island. A few country folks dared to wipe out my vanguard and captured my brothers. Boss Hangya, calm down. That Shen Yan is tricky. Losing the vanguard's not a big deal. That island doesn't just have convicts. There's endless blood salt, mountains of fish, and dried goods, all worth big money. Our young master said, this is the down payment. If you flatten Kangmo Island, you can take anything on the island. The Su family will reward you big too. Good, then I'll meet this Shen Yan. Send my order. The whole crew march on Kangmo Island with me. I'm gonna crush that island and everyone on it. Mr. Shen is here. A bunch of ships showed up out on the sea. Wow, how many people must that be? If we count everyone, maybe 200 or 300 fighters. That's 10 against 1 for us. No need to panic. Hangya just brought a lot of ships. Looks scary, but he made a huge mistake. A big one. He thinks more ships and people mean he can crush us. But this sea is ours.
Not his.
Send my order. The whole island prepares for battle. Not only do we fight this battle, we'll keep them stuck here, boats and all. Hangya's huge ships have deep drafts. To approach our dock, they have to use the deepest channel. Azu, you folks swim the best. I need you to take people underwater. Set up sharpened stakes in the shallow water along both sides of that channel. Secretly, fill it with pointed wooden stakes. Underwater traps. Stakes pointing toward the channel, hidden under the surface. Nobody on deck can see them. Their big ships go very deep. If they get greedy and rush forward, sail into the trap zone. The bottom will snag, get pierced by stakes. Stuck and can't move. Just like the nets we set up in the mud flats. Let their own boats come into it. Old Joe, bring the fire guys. Seal crude oil, pine resin, and sulfur inside clay pots. Make jugs out of them. Add fuses, and use catapults to launch them over with devices. When the clay pots break, fire oil splashes everywhere. It burns on contact with fire. They're wooden ships. Sails basically catch fire, bro. Hit and burn them like this. Can their ships escape? When things get messed up, once people fall in, it's all yours, Azu's crew. You're awesome in the water. Punch holes in their boats. Take out anyone who falls in. Everybody does their job. Your group handles underwater. Others handle fire attack, and some guard the dock. All work together tightly. We're gonna win this fight for sure. Mr. Lin, the pirates have so many ships. Even with all Shen Yan's skills, he's doomed this time. No need to panic. If Shen Yan wants to fight to the death, that's his call. Why should we get buried with him? Mr. Lin, any smart ideas? The Su family has always wanted this island, right? Let's unlock the dock gates during the chaos. Let Su's people in. Tell them all Shen Yan's past deeds. Hand over the island. Su family gets the place. We'll get our rewards. Maybe we can clear our names with Su's help. Get back to the mainland. Become top people again. If Shen Yan finds out, he's too busy fighting pirates. No time for the rear. Tonight, once the pirates attack, the whole island's a mess. That's our chance to act. Mr. Shen, bad news. Lin Wengshuan and Zhang Bao are plotting a mutiny. I heard it myself. They want to open the dock gates while pirates attack. Let the merchants in. Hand the island over to the Su family for credit. Hand it over for Su's favor. So it's true. Those two backstabbers. I'll bring in people to grab them now. Number. If we scare them now, they'll deny everything and blame us back. Then the troops will panic. They want the dock chaos. That unguarded gate. So let's lock that gate tight. Old Joe, you personally take the most reliable guys. Pretend to be regular guards. Secretly watch the dock gate. Don't spook them. Wait till they actually try to open the gate. Catch them red-handed. Got it. I want to see where those two backstabbers hide their faces. Where can they show their faces? Boys, charge in and flatten this lousy island. The island's gold and goods, blood, salt, and dried goods all yours. A bit closer. Just a bit closer.
Now.
What's happening? Why aren't the ships moving? It's an ambush stakes underwater. Ship's hull broke. Taking on water, no need to panic. Abandon the big ship. Switch to small boats and charge ashore. Fire cannons. Quick, splash water. Put out the fire and ditch the ships. Everyone abandon ship. Azu, underwater's up to you guys. This is it. Everyone's fighting up front. No one's watching here. Quick, open the gate and let Su's people in. Lin Wengshuan, Zhang Bao. Of course you two turncoats are here. Old Joe, what are you doing? I came to check the dock gate. Afraid the pirates would sneak in. Inspecting the gate? So why are you pulling open the gate? I was forced by Lin Wengshuan. He wants to hand over the island for credit. Let the merchants in. Has nothing to do with me, Zhang Bao. You're slandering me. Lin Biangshu, ever since boarding, you kept making trouble. Repeated sabotage. Stirring up chaos. Now you finally open this door for the enemy yourself. So those pirates, 10 times our number, never set foot on this island. But while we defended it, someone tried to sell us all out. Lin Wenshuan's got brains. Jiang Biao's strong used to be a guard. Always handled official duties well. By background and ability, they're better than most. But when life or death's at stake, they're the first to betray. Looking to escape, wanting to survive over everyone else. That's exactly them. But the ones who really fought to protect this island were those outcasts and commoners they looked down on. Now I finally get it. Privilege and status can't buy loyalty. The ones who'll stand by you in danger, who fight to keep this home safe, are the ones you treat as your own, the ones you truly care about. If you see everyone as family, then this island can stand strong. Young master, these two traitors. Here's proof they've colluded with the enemy. The evidence is solid. If you ask me, we should just kill them now. It'd feel good, sure. But our Kangmang sect runs on fairness and rules. Not killing for power. Their crimes should be recorded and imprisoned. Make them do hard labor. We'll deal with them properly later. I'm just worried that Lingai won't give up. He might still stir trouble in prison. Get reliable people to guard them closely. But what matters more right now than guarding these useless guys is rebuilding this island fast. Young master, Hongya's main force is gone. Who exactly is Shen Yan? That even Hongya's full army came and still got wiped out by him? I've tried hiring pirates. I've tried buying them off. Now even Hongya's main force is lost. And this little exile's dump of an island has become a mountain. Our Sioux family can't move. Young master, the sea bandits are wiped out. Do we have any other options left? Pirates are outlaws. They can't be used openly. We lost because it wasn't righteous. But what if the government steps in? Young master, you mean Zhou Shan from the Zhejiang Coastal Defense? He's been backing our Sioux family for years. He has government ships, soldiers, and the law on his side. Now I want to see. If Shen Yan can hold off pirates, can he stand against imperial soldiers too? And the charge of treason? Prepare some heavy gifts. Come with me to visit Lord Zhou Xianzhou. This time, I'll make sure Shen Yan never rises again. Young master, it's a mess. Builders, dock workers, salt makers, fish farmers, blacksmiths. Hundreds of people. Who's doing what? Who gets how much food? Which room does everyone stay in?
It's all chaos.
Everyone's working without any order. Every day there's arguing, we need rules. Even daily life needs structure. Too many people, too many tasks. Just working hard isn't enough. We need rules and order, absolutely. This business with splitting up the resources is a complete mess. Only a specialist can sort it out. I may not be that talented, but I've been a county bookkeeper for 20 years. I know it all. When it comes to managing accounts, food, and settling folks, who else but me? This is Bookkeeper Zhao. He used to be the county bookkeeper, exiled for corruption. He's good at handling money and accounting, but he acts too high and mighty. Since Bookkeeper Zhao knows his stuff, let me ask you, how will you handle these accounts? How will you divide the food and rooms? The method of distribution has always been fixed. Status matters. Rank matters. Military households come first. They get the best food and rooms. Craftsmen, as skilled workers, are in the middle. Those drifters and jobless folks, just give them enough food to keep going, as long as they work. That's how you rank everyone. Order is maintained. This shows proper respect for rank and law. Why is it that when guarding the island last night, we, Ming soldiers, risked everything building ships, but when it comes to food and rooms, we're called low class? That's always how hierarchy goes. It's always been like this. Shen Baihu, that authority over workshops, salt fields, and fish farms, should be given to someone who knows rules, someone like me. All tasks managed together, letting those rough folks run things. What order is that? Bookkeeper Zhao's hierarchy. I get what he's saying. The ones working hard get scraps. The ones with status just sit back and enjoy. That kind of rule won't fly here on Kangming Island. So according to Shen Baihu, no ranking. Are we just gonna have hundreds running around like a sweat soup? Doesn't that mean no rules here? Order turns into chaos. There are rules, just not based on who your dad is or where you're from. It's about how much you do and how much you contribute. From today on, every job on the island has a clear price. Build one house, count that work. Dry one load of salt, count that work. Make a section of ship planks, count that work. Fix a fish reef, count that work. Do more, get more work recorded. More work recorded, more food, rooms, and pay. That's called piecework. Work more, earn more. Doesn't matter if you're military officer, drifter, or egg folk. In this account book, only your effort counts, not your status. Good, that's fair. Piecework isn't enough, though. We need to organize hundreds of people into groups. Starting today, by skill and possessions. Divide everyone into workshops. Blacksmiths go to the iron workshop. Shipbuilders to the ship workshop. Salt dryers to the salt yard. Fish farmers to the fish farm. Each workshop keeps records. Who works where? How much work is counted? Every entry is clear. Each workshop picks the most skilled, respected person. That person becomes foreman. Starting today, Third rule on Kangmang Island. Best rise up, average one step down. Status doesn't matter. If you're skilled and strong, even if you're a drifter or egg folk, you can be foreman, get paid well and earn respect. If you're useless and just want to act high, living off your rank. Even if you've been an official for 20 years, step aside. Young master, bookkeeper Zhao is truly a piece of work. Put him on accounting. But he just sits around with his tea acting important. Puts all the work on others. The workers complain. Why does he do nothing and still get the same work credits as us? Follow the rules. Bookkeeper Zhao's accounts for these days. How many did you tally? What status do I have? These petty calculations are for our underlings. I'm here to oversee and plan things. No need to do everything myself. On Kangman Island, there's no just overseeing and getting paid. With piecework rules. You haven't tallied much lately. Barely any credits earned. From today on, according to your actual credits, your pay and food will be cut. You dare to cut my food? I was a bookkeeper at least. Being a bookkeeper doesn't feed you. Since you won't do accounting, that job's not yours anymore. Go to the salt yard to work with everyone else. Your credits depend on how much salt you make, and your food depends on your work. Best up, average down. Bookkeeper Zhao, you brought this on yourself. Young master, we're really short on iron tools. Shipbuilding needs iron nails and swords. Land clearing needs hoes and sickles. If pirates or soldiers attack later, we'll need weapons too. But our small furnace isn't hot enough, only able to make soft iron, which takes extra effort and doesn't last long. Soft iron wears out quickly because the furnace isn't hot enough. Can't make good steel. If we want strong ships and weapons, we need good steel first. To make good steel, we need to build a big blast furnace. Heat it up to higher than ever before. Big blast furnace young master has a new idea. Yep, yeah. Once the blast furnace is up, and good steel is made, this island will really stand strong. Director Lin, now I'm sent by Shen Yan to the salt yard. Mixing with those laborers, my reputation is ruined. Bookkeeper Zhao. We both are educated, yet we're trampled by a criminal brute. Can you swallow this? No, but Shen Yan is powerful now. Everyone's speaking for him. So what can we do? I heard Shen Yan wants to build a blast furnace. For good steel. I heard that myself today. Steel making is the hardest, riskiest thing. If the furnace isn't hot enough, it'll explode. The Su shipping family has always wanted Shen Yan's skills. I happen to have a steel-making method. You find a way to pass it to the Su family, handing them the steel-making method. Wouldn't that help the Su family? Boosting others by mistake. The method I'm giving is wrong. If they follow it, the furnace will blow up. It'll bankrupt them. And maybe Shen Yan might fail too. When his furnace explodes, casualties everywhere. Everyone will know. Even Shen Yan has moments he can't handle. Then his reputation will collapse. Young master, these pirate ships we captured. Some are broken, some are leaky. It's a pain to fix them. Besides, these are all old boats built by others. Too many styles, lots of problems. If we want to survive on these seas, sooner or later we need our own big ship. Mr. Shen, I can sail out to the open sea. We need a ship built for battle. But we're just not skilled enough. The ship is the legs of this island. It's also the island's shield. Fixing old boats isn't enough. We need to build our own, fast and strong, able to travel far, and stand up to threats. We need a real great junk. Young master, building ships is a storied skill in the Ding family. Without decades of practice, no master can handle it.
It's impossible to pull off.
Are there any masters on the island? Among the exiled craftsmen, there's old Chan who's built ships all his life. But he's got quite a temper. Old Chan. I've heard of you. I'd like to invite you to lead the shipbuilding and train some apprentices. Pass on your skills. I can take on apprentices for shipbuilding. But who will learn? Anyone on the island willing to learn can join, especially the refugees. They're good with boats. They know seafaring better than anyone. No way, not the refugees. Absolutely not. Shipbuilding skills have been passed down in my Chun family for generations. That family craft, those refugees, a bunch of uneducated drifters, can't even read a word. They're not worthy of learning my family's secret skills. I only teach the Chun bloodline. No one else can steal even a little. Old Chun, let me ask you, if you keep it all to yourself, once you're gone, won't this craft be buried with you? That's the Chun family's business. Better that than teach it to those outsiders who just ruin our ancestors' skills. It's your skill, your call. You decide if you share it. As for building ships, I'll do it myself. Mr. Shen, isn't shipbuilding all about master craftsmen like Old Chan, who rely on touch and years of experience? What's the point of all these drawings? Why does Old Chan take so long to build a boat? Why is he the only one who can do it? Because it's all in his head from decades of work. He measures and shapes every piece himself. He's the soul of the whole ship. If he gets sick or old, the ship can't be built. But my way is different. I break the ship down into parts. It's basically the keel, ribs, boards, masts. You piece these together. I set exact dimensions for every part, draw diagrams, and everyone builds from them. You focus on just this one kind of keel from the plan. And he does that one type of board. Everyone does their one part. It's fast and precise. In the end, like building blocks, the parts fit tight and become a full ship. Got it. This way. Not everyone needs to be a master. Just stick to your job, follow the plans. With so many people building together, the ship gets done super fast. Right. One master spends years on a boat, but hundreds of us with plans can finish a pair in months. Good lumber and diagrams still aren't enough. Out at sea, waves and wind pound the boat day and night. Ordinary iron nails won't cut it for the boards. Over time, the nails loosen and fall out. The planks separate, and the ship falls apart. What do we do then? The ocean's rough out there, so we need a new kind of nail, with spiral grooves all around the shaft. Like twisted rope, when you screw it in, the grooves grip tight. No matter the shaking or pounding, it won't budge. It'll never come loose. Boats built with these spiral nails have strong, tight seams. They can take massive waves in open sea. The spiral grooves bite into the wood and hold firm. Young master, how do you come up with all these wild ideas? Once the blast furnace makes good steel, these spiral nails will be made fast and strong. Great steel, solid nails, good blueprints. Our big ships will have real strength. Mr. Shen, take a look. This is the 20th ship plank we've made today. The size is spot on, not a bit off. Quick and precise. Even neater than the ones I used to make. Told you, it's accurate for sure. With so many people working together, how can it fit so perfectly? Follow the plan and rules, and everything comes out right. My lifetime of craft. Turns out it can't beat a blueprint. Master Chan, your skill didn't start without blueprints. When did you develop this sharp eye for wood? That skill is actually where these plans started. But if only one person has the skill, then he'll get old, he'll die, and it could disappear. If everyone can learn it, and everyone has the plans and rules, then the craft lives on, generation after generation building more and better ships. Mr. Shen, I understand now. I want to offer our Chun family's blueprints. Anyone who wants to learn from me, I'll teach them. I'll pass on all I've learned in my life, everything about skill and knowledge. Don't let this craft die with me. From today, Master Chun, you're the lead instructor of this shipyard. Your talent plus my blueprints will help raise a new generation. of great shipbuilders for our island. Even with Shen Yan's scheming, our Su family can still learn how to make steel. Hurry, just like the recipe says. Crank up the heat. Get the furnace hotter. Young master, something's wrong. The furnace is way too hot. The material mix is off too. The furnace can't take it. Relax, that's exactly what the recipe says. Go on. Run. It exploded. Why did it explode? This recipe? This recipe is fake. That useless Lin Wangshuan gave it to me. It was a dangerous fake formula. Young master, the blast furnace is finally done. Tomorrow we'll fire it up to make steel. With good steel, we can make special rivets for shipbuilding, big ships for the open sea, and strong weapons for defense. Steel making is a game changer for our island. This batch of steel, it must succeed, can't fail. Mr. Shen, out at sea, I heard something strange. That Su family at sea got their hands on a steel-making method somehow and tried to make steel in secret. But their furnace blew up. Heard they lost a fortune, and several workers got hurt too. Young master, this. Maybe Lin Wengshuan had something to do with it. Steel making. Sounds easy, but I've heard. Even the rich Su family at sea blew up their furnace. Blew it up just like that. Yeah, with the fire this strong. If it explodes, we're so close. We'll get caught up in it. Young master, everyone's here. If the furnace fails. Old Joe, why did it blow up at sea? Because they used a fake formula. The fake formula was one reason. But our furnace took more than a month to build. And we checked every part again and again. The mix and heat. I know exactly what I'm doing. Mr. Shen, what are these clay pots for? They're called dry pots. They're made from the most heat-resistant clay. Normally with iron making, the iron's just thrown in the open. Smoke and impurities in the furnace get all over the iron. The iron comes out brittle and messy. But I load the iron and precise mix into these dry pots. Seal them tight, so smoke and impurities can't get in. The whole thing is buried in the furnace, and the high heat melts the iron inside, turning it into molten steel, strong and tough with fewer impurities. They blew up their furnace at sea because they left it open. The fire got out of control. We used dry pots to shield the steel inside, and our heat is just right. We're almost sure. It'll turn out great. Gia, bump up the furnace temperature and keep it steady. When the time's right, open the furnace and grab the dry pots. It's molten. We got molten steel. It actually worked. How did it work? Their furnace blew up. How did he... This is real steel. People said even the Su family blew up their furnace. They thought Shen Yan would fail big time. But now it's a success. Now these steel ingots must be hammered again and again.
To smash out the impurities inside.
Make the steel tighter and tougher. Then we'll have the right quality. But the steel is so tough. If we hammer by hand, we'll be exhausted quick. It's hard to hit evenly too. Young master, what's this machine? Flowing water turns a huge wheel, and the wheel drives a heavy hammer, up and down, hammering automatically. As long as the water flows, the hammer keeps working. Big, steady force, like dozens of strong men hammering, but it never gets tired. Look, it's really working. The water is hammering the steel. Think how much labor this saves, and how much good steel we'll get. Just saying this knife is good doesn't matter. We all know what our old weapons and tools were like. Everyone's seen that. Let's compare this new steel knife with the old iron tools. Watch closely. It cut the iron bar. And the knife's still fine. This knife cuts iron like it's mud. Great knife. With steel like this, we won't be afraid of pirates or soldiers. Let me share a hilarious story. Hey, everyone! That Sioux trading family tried all kinds of dirty tricks and stole a steel-making recipe. Thought they'd get rich making steel too. But you know what happened? They tried the recipe, and with a big boom, the furnace blew to bits. Lost mountains of silver. A bunch of workers got hurt too. Tried to steal and lost even more. They totally shot themselves in the foot. Serves them right for trying to steal from us. Now their furnace exploded. They lost money and became a joke.
Today,
We've made real steel. And a knife that can cut iron. But here's my point. Skill in steel making. Shipbuilding, harvesting salt and fish. Who should this belong to in the future? Of course it should be led by skilled and worthy people. But from today on, our island will open workshops and schools. Steelmaking, shipbuilding, salt harvesting, fishing, accounting. All these skills will be taught openly. For free military families or commoners, it doesn't matter. As long as you're willing to learn, anyone can join our school. Anyone can learn these skills. Not only that, we'll open a primary school where kids can learn to read and write. Every kid on the island, no matter military or commoner background, no matter where you're from, no matter your status, all will get free education, reading and writing for all. Sir, even our kids, they can go to school too. Sir, I've told you before, on this island, there are no lower class people. Some people think common prosperity means dividing wealth equally. That's not it. True prosperity isn't splitting up wealth. It's giving everyone fair chances. So anyone willing to learn and work hard, no matter their background, can gain skills and live well by their own hands. That's real prosperity. Young Master Sue, our families go way back. Just say whatever's on your mind. Judge Joe, your wisdom is clear. That Kangming Island in the East Sea, they're making weapons secretly, training fighters in secret, running textile mills illegally, and colluding with rebels, gathering refugees. It's practically an independent kingdom overseas. These criminals don't repent. Instead, they build up armies for themselves, defy the court. Is this not treason? What else could treason be? Where's the proof, Judge Joe? Please look. Here's evidence that Shen Yan trains fighters and builds warships illegally on the island. Hundreds have gathered as proof. If you lead the soldiers to wipe out these traitors, it would solve the court's biggest headache. And you could take all the endless snow rock resources and warship materials, all for yourself, sir. That's a huge achievement. Unmatched wealth and honor. Shen Yan leads a rebel crowd. What a traitor. He dares make weapons right under my East Zhejiang naval defense. Making weapons in secret. Taking over an island. Issue my command. Ready 5 warships. 500 elite soldiers, and I will lead personally. Flatten Kenya Island. Capture all the rebels in one sweep. Take them to the provincial capital for trial. Mr. Shen, bad news. I spotted East Zhejiang Army at sea. They've readied 5 warships and 500 troops, now heading to attack our Kangman Island. It's led by Zhoushan Naval Commander, and Su Mingyuan from the sea is also with them, the government troops. 5 warships, 500 soldiers, Zhoushan himself. We can defend the island and sea, but that's just self-preservation. Fighting government troops is risky. I know what everyone's afraid of. But think about it. We've never plotted anything. You're Su Mingyuan from the sea. You bribed the corrupt Zhoushan, made up charges, trying to steal our property and our lives. Zhoushan's not here to enforce the law. He's been paid off to loot us. When someone's out to rob and kill, no matter what flag he flies, we all have the right to protect our home and family. Government troops are powerful, but to land ashore, they've got to win the sea battle first. Our new floating ships should come in handy. Young master, the ship's finally built. Way more impressive than those pirate ships we seized. It's not just about looking good. Check out the hull. Sharp bow, round belly, narrow tail. Looks like a fish. Least resistance. Faster and easier to sail. And this rudder? Regular rudders. Their rudder is all behind the shaft. When the ship's big and the waves hit, the helmsman needs crazy strength. Only with a front shaft can you move it. With ours, the water hits just the front part of the rudder. That helps save effort. The helmsman just gives a slight pull. The big ship turns easily. This section of rudder lets the big boat turn like a little one in waves. Now, look at both sides of the bottom. I added 2 long runner boards. They're called anti-roll bones. Big waves at sea. Ships sway side to side easily. These boards stop the boat from rocking too much. So it's smooth and steady in big waves. Fast sailing, agile rudder. Stable hull. That's how this floating ship can win sea battles. Chan, steering is the main job at the dock. Can't be careless. I've spent 30 years at sea, seen all kinds of waves and storms. The proper helmsman has to be me. Master Joe, you've got tons of experience. Naturally, you're the right person for the helm. But Tiger knows the water flows and reefs here better. I want Tiger to go on board with you. You two can cover each other's weaknesses. Tiger, that refugee, he swims well, knows all the currents and rocks in these waters. Let him be the assistant helmsman. Team up with you. Is that okay? Helming is a huge skill. Takes decades of practice and smarts. It's the main job for this big ship. Who do they think they are? Test run hasn't started yet. We'll see who's better. Just try it and you'll know. I can handle it alone. Don't need a refugee getting in the way. It's not proper. Master Joe, words alone aren't enough. Let's compete then. Master Joe, you steer one of the old pirate ships we captured. Use your usual skills. Tiger steers this new ship. Both leave the dock. Go around the reef island, then return. Who's faster and steadier? Who's more agile at the helm? Everyone can see for themselves. Why is my ship slow and wobbly? Almost couldn't keep the rudder in place. That kid's boat is fast and steady. Turns so easily. Master Joe, it's not your skill. It's the ship's design. This balanced rudder and anti-roll runners help Tiger a ton. Even the best helmsman, if steering an old, slow, shaky boat, can outrun a fast, steady, good boat. Plus, Master Joe and Ahu can bring out the best in the boat. There are hidden currents in those waters. Where is the wind strong? How to use the waves? All this is knowledge the boat people risked their lives to earn over generations. Let me be your assistant. I'll pass on 30 years of helmsman skills to you. Actually, I'll learn from you. Make Ahu the chief helmsman for the new floating boat. Master Joe will teach helm skills. Hey, young man. Wait up. What do you want? I heard the Imperial troops are coming, right? Zhou Qianhu's 5 warships are almost here, so they say. You're following Shen Yan, a wanted criminal. Defending an island destined to fall to the army. What's your plan? What are you getting at? Shen Yan is a rebel. If we follow him when the army takes the island, we're both doomed, and our families will suffer too. But if you help me, send the first letter to Zhou Qianhu outside the island. Just find a way to get this letter to the shore tonight. Hand it to the officer's scout. I'll tell Zhou Qianhu the truth about the island in the letter. When the troops attack the island as arranged, I'll open the harbor from inside. We work together, inside and out. We'll hand over the island. We'll be the heroes in Zhou Qianhu's eyes. I'll help you deliver it. What's this? What's this? It's a secret letter from Lin Wengshuan, Mr. Lin on the island, to Zhou Qianhu. Lin Wengshuan still has someone passing messages for us on the island. Mr. Lin said he's willing to be an insider. Everything is clearly written in the letter. When the army attacks the island, he'll help from the inside and give up the harbor. All right, I'll report to Qianhu right away. Master, a guard watching the ball shed, snuck to the beach in the second half of the night and met with a suspicious little boat. From the look of it, they were handing something over. Who's locked up in the ball shed? Lin Wangshuan. Follow that guard closely in secret. And keep an eye on Piu Peng too. Wait till the army attacks the island. The moment he opens the harbor, catch him red-handed. Take out the officers outside with them all at once. The army has 5 warships. Our floating boats, even the fastest, just aren't enough in number. We'll lose the fight at sea. What really keeps the enemy out is mounting cannons on the high ground guarding the channel. Enemy ships can't reach us while still at sea, but our cannons can blast them from far away on shore. Shore cannons, master. We did seize a few old cannons from the pirate ship. They're clunky and inaccurate. After a dozen uses, they're useless. So what's the point? Old cannons don't work, because the gunpowder doesn't work. Wrong method too. We need to make new gunpowder that shoots farther and more accurately. With these special cannons, no one will get close to our harbor. Make cannons that shoot farther and more accurately. I've served as a gunner in Waikuo for 20 years. I've seen every kind of cannon. You, a newbie, want to invent a cannon that shoots farther? Sounds like pure fantasy to me. A waste of time. Gunpowder is just that. Sulfur, saltpeter, charcoal, grind it up and mix it. Powdered gunpowder. I can make it with my eyes closed. What could be different? Master Zhang is right. The ingredients are all the same. But the problem is with the powder itself. Packing powdered gunpowder into the barrel as tight as possible. When you ignite it, only the outer layer burns first. The inner part can't burn in time, so you get weak force. That's why powder looks strong. But it doesn't deliver enough power. Can't shoot far. So I turn the powder into tiny, evenly sized granules. See, the gaps between the granules. When you ignite it, the flame can go through those gaps and reach every granule at once, giving extra power to the gunpowder. Much stronger than packed powder. The same cannon, with this granulated powder, shoots farther and stronger. Granulated powder? Fancy stuff? But whether it's any good, we'll need to test it. Power alone isn't enough. Once you shoot the cannon, the shell lands wherever it wants. If you can't aim, it's useless anyway. Used to be, you aim the cannon by feel. I do it with calculation. What's this weird drawing? Just fire the cannon. Why all these lines and numbers? Master Zhang, when you fire a shell, it doesn't fly straight. It flies upward first, reaches the peak, and then falls down. It travels in a curve, like throwing a stone. Yeah, I know that. So what? The arc, how high and how far, can be calculated. How high you raise the barrel, how much gunpowder you load. The shell will land exactly that far away. All this can be calculated. I marked every barrel angle. And according to this table, the shell's landing spot matches each. Made it into this chart. If you want to hit a target 200 paces away, raise the barrel to this angle. Load this much powder. The shell will land right there. You're saying you can predict exactly where the shell lands? Impossible! I've fired cannons for 20 years. Always relied on feel and experience. You think a piece of paper can tell you that? Want to see if it works? Test fire a cannon. That target boat is right at 200 paces. Set the barrel to this angle according to the chart. Load this much granulated powder. Just a youngster wants to prove accuracy with a chart at 200 paces. I'll watch. Fire. Right on target. Target boat hit from 200 paces in one shot. Great cannon. With this secret cannon, let's see if the army dares get close. Every shot hits. Still at 200 paces. I fired cannons for 20 years. Only 3 hits for every 10 shots. Turns out gunpowder can work like this. And the cannon can actually hit by calculation. Mr. Shen. Mr. Shen, I've spent my whole life on cannons. But today, with this shot, my 20 years of practice were wasted. No, your 20 years weren't wasted. You have real experience. I have new powder and new methods. Combine them, and cannon shots reach 200 paces. I'm truly convinced. For this cannon team, you get to call the shots from now on. Master Zhang, come be the chief instructor for the cannon team. Your experience, with the new powder and methods, every shot will hit from now on. Good, my old bones. My 20 years of gunnery, I'll hand them over to Shen, to you and this cannon team. I heard you've been in touch with Ke Peng and Mr. Lin. What are you up to? The army's big ships will be here any minute. Shen Yan is basically asking for trouble. I've served as a gunner in the garrison for 20 years. I'm still one of the court's men. But Shen Yan? He's just a traitor with a criminal record. He's guarding a fort that's doomed to fall. I don't want to die with him. And I really don't want to drag my family down. So, what are you suggesting? I know exactly where the secret cannons are on this island. Give those cannon locations to the government troops. When they attack the island, they can avoid our cannons. Or just take them out first. This is huge. It's a massive achievement. And maybe I'll redeem myself for my crimes. I'll report the cannon positions to Mr. Lin right away. He can send all the info out at once. Young master, it was that same guard again. This time, he met up with someone new. It's that new gunnery instructor, Old Zhang. Old Zhang slipped a piece of paper to the guard, all sneaky. Our guy says it looked like a map of the cannon sites. Old Zhang just backed down after getting slapped in the face. And now he's up to this? Before the government army even arrives, morale on the island is already falling apart. This Lin Wangshuan connection is still gathering all our secrets. Young master, are you saying this guard is doing more than just passing messages for Lin Wangshuan? He's also leaking military info to Lin nonstop. He even wants to give away our cannon placements to the troops. Exactly, a guard, an old Zhang. All strung together by people on the island who haven't given up yet. Young master, now even our cannon positions are exposed. When the troops show up, they'll target our cannons first. So, what do we do now? That's just what I want. If they want the cannon locations, I'll let them have them. But where the real attack happens, I'll make my own plans. When they attack using the leaked info, that's when I'll spring my trap. Look, the government warships are here. 5 big ships just reached the island. Criminals on the island, listen up. All of you are convicted. Yet you've banded together and taken control, making illegal weapons and resisting royal troops. That's treason. I'm giving you 1 hour. Lay down your arms. Open the gates and surrender. Shen Yan, you come out and face justice. If not, once my 500 elite troops land, we'll arrest every last one of you traitors. Bring you back to the provincial capital for trial. All the islanders, listen up.
I know.
Most of you are good folks, just exiled here, dragged into this by traitor Shen Yan. So here's your deal. Only Shen Yan pays. Tie up Shen Yan. Open the gates and surrender. I'll forget the past. I won't hold anyone for old crimes. You can all return home and live in peace. You all heard that. Zhou Shan says he'll only execute me, Shen Yan, and let you return home. But let me ask you, do you believe that? Back home, exiles and the poor crowd together for scraps. You've drifted for generations. Military families and guards run things at sea, and they've written you off long ago. That's why you were exiled here. If Zhou Shan lets you go back, what do you think will happen? You'll just go back to being abused and treated like dirt. They'll make you nothing again. But here on this island, in the home we've built, you have food, you have a roof, your kids go to school, and everyone's treated like a person. Zhou Shan's so-called pardon. It's just a trick to get you to hand over your homes, so you'll kneel again and be servants. Is this the pardon you want? Mr. Shen is right. We drifters were always stomped into the mud back on shore. It was Mr. Shen who let us live with dignity on this island, for the first time as real people. Hell no, this is our home now. Anyone who tries to take it will have to fight us. We've been bullied by the officials and pirates for generations, never treated as human. It's Mr. Shen who gave us dignity for the first time. This island is our home too. If it's a fight, we are all in. Protect the island. Protect our home. We'll fight the government to the end. Swear to defend the island and never surrender. Refuse the peaceful offer, then take the hard way. A bunch of reckless traitors. Order the whole army to attack. Take that island from me. Young master, the official navy is heading straight for our dock. They seem to be targeting the exposed gun emplacements. Just as expected. Those are the positions old Zhang leaked. Zhoushan treats them like treasures. He thinks if he can take out those visible batteries, the passage will be open. But he doesn't know. Those visible guns are bait I set up on purpose. The real trap, the real killer is there. The Bastion Fort. See, these forts aren't just blocky. They stick out with sharp corners. Each bastion has hidden cannons. And the barrels aren't pointed straight out. They're set at angles, overlapping. They block the waterway. Once the ships enter the channel, these bastions' cannons fire from multiple angles, blasting the enemy all at once. No matter where they try to hide, they're still in our sights. Nowhere to run. What a ruthless trap. And what about underwater? Aju's men underwater already set piles all along the channel. The underwater stakes force the big navy ships to funnel through the narrowest part. And that waterway is right where the crossfire is the heaviest. It's a death zone. Tell each bastion to hold fire. Let the navy in until they're all in the narrows. Don't fire until I give the order. No one opens fire without my signal. I know all of Shenyan's gun positions. I know them cold. We'll avoid those spots. Let's see what you've got. Good thinking, Lord Yanzhou. We dodged the batteries. The islands just meet on the block now. A little closer. Let them all in. Bastion crossfire. Fire. Cannons! Where did all those cannons come from? Didn't they say their guns were all destroyed? It's a trap. We walked right into it. This is a setup. We hit 2 ships sunk. The Navy's lost. Cease fire. Young master, chase them down. We're defending the island. To survive, not wipe them out. The men in the water were forced by Zhoushan. They don't deserve to die. Aju, pull the soldiers out of the water and tie them up. Don't let them drown. Hurry, Mr. Lin has everything planned out. While it's still chaotic, open the dock gate. Let the Navy come in. Trap the island. Hurry, once the gates open, we'll be Zhou King's heroes. Taking the island? Impossible. How did you know all this was a setup? You think your little schemes fool us? Our young master saw through you and Lin Wengshuan in prison. He paid off your messenger, spied on your movements, even knew about the gate you were opening today. He saw everything. He caught you delivering Lin Wengshuan's message. He caught you leaking the gun positions. My people were in the shadows watching you. Just waiting for you to open this gate yourselves today. Caught red-handed. And Lin Wengshuan the snake is exposed too. Lost. Even your last trick failed. How could he? How could he see through everything? Today we drove back the Navy and sank 2 of their warships. Zhoushan says, we're rebels. Says that's our crime, but let me ask. What's a crime? Who's a lowborn? Some of you were exiled here as prisoners. Some are the Tanka, despised for generations. Some are wandering refugees with no home. To the court, you are all criminals, lowborn and outcasts. But those labels were given by the officials, by corrupt men like Zhou Shan. But your lives are made by your own hands. These salt flats, fisheries, docks, furnaces, and schools, all were built by you, with your own hands. On this island, there are no criminals, no lowborn, no outcasts. Only people who refuse to give in, standing on their own feet, building a true home. Useless, a bunch of losers. Out of 5 warships, lost 2. Actually driven off by a bunch of exiles. I, Qian, who have ruled over the Zhejiang coast for years, never suffered such disgrace. Calm yourself, Lord Zhou. Victory and defeat are normal in war. That Shen Yan is crafty as ever. The bastions have hidden cannons. Set a death trap. But don't forget, sir, we lost because we underestimated them and were outnumbered. If you can bring more navy ships, my Su clan will back you with everything we have, adding more ships and men. Navy and sea merchants together as one, with 10 times their numbers, crushing Kangmo Island like a mountain. I refuse to believe Shen Yan could stop such a force. Fine, I'll report to the capital immediately. Bring in the Navy's warships. Su, third young master, our families unite. This time I'll lead 10 times the force. Wipe Kangmo Island and that Shenyan out for good. Mr. Shen, this time, they have twice the power as before. Navy and sea merchants are joining together. By a quick count, there's at least dozens of ships, thousands of men. 10 times our numbers. This fight will be tough. So many men, so many ships. It's intimidating. But men like Zhou Shan always start with words then attack. If he's put on such a show, he probably won't attack right away. He'll send someone to talk us into surrendering first. Young master, you read minds. There's a boat coming already. It's a messenger. Let him land. I want to hear Zhou Shan's offer. Who's Shen? Yan? I am. And you? I'm here on orders from Lord Zhou. To offer you rebels a way out? A chance to make things right. Bullshit. Who was it last time that we sank 2 ships of? And ran off in panic. That was just luck. Now the Navy and sea merchants are allied. Dozens of warships. Thousands of elite soldiers. In no time, your tiny island is overrun. Lord Zhou's offer is 1 time only. No second chance. First, all exiled soldiers, households, and refugees surrender and face the leader's trial immediately. And Lord Zhou will forgive your exile crimes, pardon your exile, and let you register as citizens. You can live as law-abiding people. As for the Tanka are low-born by birth, always classified as outcasts. Now you've rebelled. The crime is even worse. All Tanka, no matter old or young, none should ever be turned into government slaves, sold off to distant lands as slaves forever. What did you just say? Sell us, the down people, into slavery? I'll tear you apart. Isn't Shen Yan generous enough for you now? Those banished military households. Why risk your life for a bunch of people doomed to be slaves? Don't throw your life away. Cut off our only hope of returning to being free people. If Shen Yan is forgiven, and the Dan people are handed over, you all get to go home alive. You lapdog for that corrupt official, trying to stir us up with these words. They're our brothers. We, along with Daming, guard this island together. We bleed together. If anyone sells them into slavery, you'll have to step over our dead bodies first. Let me ask you. Zhou Shan says we're pardoned for exile. I'd like to ask, what crime did we even commit? You're punished as exiles. We were sent away because our superior falsely accused us of colluding with the Japanese. That charge was totally unjust. Now Zhou Shan claims he'll pardon us. He's just a coastal officer. What right does he have? to wipe out a sentence set by the court. He has no power to pardon, yet he uses a fake pardon to trick us into opening the gates. Once we surrender the island, lay down our blades, he'll turn on us. Whether we get killed or tortured, we'll just have to take it. His so-called pardon is a worthless promise. It's a trap to trick us into giving up our defense. And the plan to sell Dan people into slavery. The Dan people have lived here for hundreds of years. They're citizens of the great Zhang dynasty. They fish and guard this land. What did they do wrong? Just because Zhou Xian says so, he'll force thousands who have lived here for generations to be government slaves, sold off forever. Is this even law? Is this even human? He waves the court's flag, but does nothing but plunder, enslave, and kill. Go back and tell Zhou Xian. On Kangmo Island, there's no difference between army households, others, exiles, or refugees. Who is a good person? Who is truly a rebel? It's all clear as day. On this island, we're a family. We live and die together. He wants us to hand over the rebels, turn on each other, dream on. Everyone here lives, or everyone dies. Want to take this island by force? You'll have to step over all our bodies. All live, all die. All live or all die. We swear to guard this island to the death. You're just being stubborn. Thousands of troops are at our doorstep. You guys are so few. What can this ruined island use to block us? How will you stop us? Come on, I'll show you something. Even these old cannons dare. Old Zhang, that reef out at sea, 300 steps away. Let the advisors see if our cannons are accurate. Yes. Fire. This cannon, 300 steps. Go back and tell Zhou Shan and Su Mingyuan. Cannons like this. We've got plenty more on this island. If their ships dare enter my fortress, I'll make sure every ship ends up feeding the fish. Go back and let them think it over. Gentlemen of the army, the navy is already outside the island. Shen Yan might be tough, but he's like an ant stopping a chariot this time. Zhao, you summoned us. What are you really planning? As long as Lin Biangshu keeps Shen Yan busy, if we seize the chaos from the main attack and break Lin Biangshu out of prison, then follow him to take the island and join the army. But that prison is heavily guarded, so we have to wait. Wait until everyone goes to the coast for the big attack, with no time to guard the prison. Then we'll break in and rescue him. Old Zhao, that old guy, sent to the salt flats and still not behaving. Actually planning to break Lin Wengshuan out, an insider. Young master, that's trouble. I'll take people and round up Zhao's leftover followers. Catch them all at once. No rush. Zhao and his crew want to wait for the general attack, when the whole island's in chaos. Then they'll strike and break the prison. If we act now, we'll tip them off better not. Aju, secretly pick a pair of most reliable guards. Watch the prison and Zhao's people closely. Wait for the day of the big attack. When they really make a move, catch them red-handed. Grab them all at once. Lord Qianhu. I think the cannons on this island are fierce by day. If we attack head-on, we'll suffer. But those drunk fishermen, farming by day and forging iron, at night they just sleep. In my opinion, they're a bunch of rabble. Don't even know how to fight at night. Tonight, while they're relaxed, we'll sneak attack in the dark, catch them off guard. Well said, Deputy Commander. I say split the troops in two. Deputy leads the main warships. Storm the main dock by night. Draw their fire. My Sioux family fleet will circle to the unguarded beaches. Land in the chaos. Cooperate from inside and outside. Attack from both sides. Alright, that's the plan. Tonight, split into two groups. Night raid Kangming Island. I'm making sure Shen Yan can't escape. No way out. Ready to go. People like Zhou Shan, relying on numbers and boats, got burned once. He'll figure our fishermen are busy by day, so relaxed at night. He'll try a night attack. That way he can catch us off guard. Then what do we do? If they sneak up on us at night? That's why the combined army was scared off by our cannons during the day. But with so many ships around, won't they try a night raid? Definitely. They saw our cannons are fierce. No, a frontal assault will cost them big.
He thinks we don't get night fighting.
So tonight, I'll let him know what it means to shoot yourself in the foot. Mr. Shen, you mean you knew they'd attack by night? Already got a plan? Most likely they'll split the troops. One group attacks the main dock head-on to distract us. The other sneaks to the weak side beaches, landing in secret, attack from front and back. Young master, you're so accurate. Basic tactics. If I were Zhou Xing, with a big army, I'd do the same. I'm going to make one group miss us and wipe the other out. The main force attacks the front, just to draw our fire and tie us down. So we'll use lights. Yibin old Zhou. Drag all those broken ships we captured into the main dock. Stuff them with straw men. Dress them up in armor. From a distance, looks like the ships are packed with defenders. Stick some torches and light up the place. Make the whole channel bright as day. Let the army think our main force is all waiting, defending the main channel. Great using empty ships and straw men as decoys. Make them think we're ready. They won't dare move. One group gets stuck by the lights. But the real easy target is the fleet circling the island, Su Mingyuan's ships with weak defense. Mr. Shen, the main army's up front. Why not hit them? Going after merchants instead? Good question. First, the army is a real navy. Strong ships, thick armor. If we slam into them at night, we get nothing. Second, the merchant ships belong to Su's family. It's their war chest. Burn half the fleet. We crush their power and cut off Su Mingyuan's funds. With his ships wiped out, how can he join Zhou Shan? Catch the leader to break the band. Strike where it hurts. Tonight I'll personally lead a fleet. Hit the main force at sea. A bunch of rabble. They're probably sleeping soundly. Order everyone to approach quietly. Hit them before they know it. What's happening? They're not sleeping. Already prepared. The army draws fire in front. I'm landing from the side. Shen Yan. Now you're surrounded. Let's see how you handle it. They thought they were sneaky. Order the gourd rockets ready. Set their ships on fire. It's burning. Where did the ice flows come from? My ships, Su family ships. How could this be an ambush? Ahu, float boats and keep burning them. Aju, take people down. Sink the ships that aren't on fire. Shenyan. My Su family ships. My family's life work. I will never forgive you. It's over, Lord Zhou. My Su family fleet has been burned by Shen Yan. Amo Lei Jiang. They were stunned by the island guards' bright lights all the way over. They didn't dare to attack. Spent all night wandering outside the channel for nothing. Turns out it was just boatloads of straw dummies. We fell for Shen Yan's decoy trick. Useless. All of them are useless. Using straw men as soldiers. Kept thousands of troops at bay with a clever ambush outside the channel. And burned most of the ships on the sea. My dozens of warships. Thousands of elite soldiers. Launched a night attack on a little island. But ended up played right into Shen Yan's hands. Suffered heavy losses. Enough pretending. I, the commander, won't play Shen Yan's games anymore. Give orders to all troops. At first light tomorrow. Every warship, every soldier storms out together. We'll attack Kangmeng Island head-on. I'm going in with overwhelming force to crush this island and Shen Yan completely. And level it to the ground. Young master is so clever. In one night he scared off the enemy troops. Burned most of their ships at sea. Su Mingyuan, the big sponsor, took a huge hit. Sweet. 6 or 7 out of 10 ships on the sea are gone. Let's see how those corrupt officials keep acting tough. Don't celebrate too soon. Burned their ships at sea, destroyed one of Zhoushan's arms. But his main force is still here. He suffered 2 major setbacks, lost all face, and then pushed to the edge. People like him, once humiliated, will definitely go all out and launch a furious final attack. Mr. Shen. The government troops outside the sea. They're all moving in. Every warship has weighed anchor. They're heading for our island. It's a massive wave. Young Master Zhoushan is betting everything he's got. All the ships are coming at us. He's forced into a corner. This is a fight by a trapped beast. This battle today is life or death. And it'll settle everything. Ahul, old Joe. Lead the Futuron fleet with me to intercept the enemy at sea. Old Zhang, you're in charge of the fort's cannons. Lock down the channel with cannon fire. And support Ah Ju. Your squad of elite guards. Do as I said before. Hold your positions. Mr. Shen, don't worry. The net we cast. I won't let a single one escape. Everyone on the island is guarding the coast now. No time for this. Hurry, break open the cell door. Rescue Lin Biangshu. Once he's freed, we can surrender the island and join the government troops. Then we'll have our chance to rise. Hurry. Is that Dr. Zhao? Get me out of here, quick. This total attack is our chance to turn things around. Why is there an ambush? How did you know? Zhao, you've colluded with the rebels. Since the moment you planned the jailbreak, Mr. Shen saw it all.
He purposely held back his troops.
Just to make you reveal yourself today. Caught red-handed. Swept up in one net. It's over. It's all over. I, Lin Wenshuan, schemed everything. But this is how it ends. Zhoushan's ships are lined up like a dragon. They're charging straight at us.
He thinks with more ships.
He can just ram into us and start a brawl. In a brawl, they'll outnumber us. We'd lose. So we won't fight them head on. Order all ships to move sideways. Form a horizontal line in front of their column. Smart move our ships turn sideways, blocking the front of their dragon. All our side cannons on every ship can blast their lead ship, but they're in a column, so only the first 1 or 2 can fire back. This is called fighting many against a few. This is the staggered line. Our horizontal line cuts their vertical column. All our firepower focuses on their lead ship. No matter how many ships they have, they can only send 1 at a time, right into our cannon fire. Once their lead enters our range. Hold on, wait a second. Full broadside. Fire. Next ship. Lower the cannons, use ricochet shots. Let the cannonballs skim the water. Aim for their waterline. What's going on? Why can't our ships break through? Every ship is going down. Commander, it's a trap. They're blocking the front. We're lined up 1 by 1. We're just going in to die. Ahu, take the fast boats and flank them. Start a fire attack and surround them. Trap them inside completely. Zhoushan, your fleet is wiped out. Listen up, soldiers. You've all been tricked by Zhoushan, that corrupt official, to die for him. All I want is Zhoushan, the mastermind colluding with crooked merchants. Only punish the ringleader. Surrender and you won't be killed. I'm an imperial officer of the court. You rebels, who dares touch me? Rebel, you took bribes from corrupt merchants, falsely accused others of treason, raised an unjust army, robbed good people, and tried to sell civilians as slaves. Arrest me. Impossible. I'm a ranked Imperial Navy commander. With elite soldiers, how could I lose to exiles? It's over. Our main force is gone. Zhoushan. Zhoushan's been captured alive. Keep fighting and it's suicide. Our Su family ships are almost all burned too. It's over. Smart people know when to give up. Mr. Shen, please calm down. It's all just a big misunderstanding. It was Zhoushan's greed. He tricked and forced the Su family to send men and ships. We Su family got dragged into this too. We're willing to pay up and cover all your losses, Mr. Shen. From now on, we'll never go against you again. You're a great man, Mr. Shen. We'd rather be friends than enemies with Kangmeng Island. Let's do business together. It's up to you, Mr. Shen, how you want to deal with Su Mingyuan. You teamed up with corrupt officials, hired thugs for robbery, and tried to sell people as slaves. I remember all of it. You're alive today. So you and Zhoushan both can explain everything you did, honestly before the court. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Today, with just a small island and a few hundred people, we defeated government troops and merchants 10 times our number. Take a good look at them. Zhoushan, a high-ranked imperial officer, with thousands of elite soldiers and dozens of ships. Su Mingyuan, a sea lord rich as a nation. And noble-born scholar families full of pride. They have all the power, all the money, all the rank. They beat us everywhere on paper. So why did they lose? Because they always wanted to rule over others and show off their power. Crush people into dirt, sell them as slaves, just to keep their wealth. People like that look powerful, but are already hated by all. What about us? We, the outcasts and exiles they despise, treat each other like family. We eat together, share every hardship, and fight off enemies as one, hundreds of hearts united. Become 10 times stronger, a wall they can't break. Remember, those who just want to step on others will always be overthrown by everyone. That's the strongest shield of this island. Reporting to the Imperial Envoy. East Sea. What's the urgent report? Panicking over a single island of exiles? Such a small matter. What's the rush? Was it wiped out? Sir, actually. Not only did we fail to defeat Zhoushan, after losing 2 ships in the first battle, he called in the navy, teamed up with sea merchants, gathered tens of thousands on warships, and attacked Kangmeng Island again. But the result? Total defeat. Zhoushan was captured by Shen Yan from the island. What? What did you say? A coastal commander, with dozens of warships and thousands of troops, went to attack a tiny island of exiles and got wiped out. Entire government army destroyed. Commander captured alive. It's true. Sir, all of eastern Zhejiang is in an uproar. One little island, a few exiles. How could they be this strong? Everyone fought together and captured a state official. There's got to be something fishy here. This Shen Yan? Is he really a rebel? Already my ship and men. I'm going to Kango Island myself. I want to see the island where commoners captured a commander and find out who Shen Yan really is. Who is that Shen Yan, sir? Is this new envoy here to attack us? If he wanted to fight, he'd bring warships, not just one ceremonial vessel. Since he only brought a few aides, it means he wants to figure things out first. Find out what's really going on here. This is our chance. Are you Shen Yan? I am Shen Yan. The exile. Salute to the royal envoy. You sank army warships and captured a commander alive, yet you still call yourself an exile? Your Honor, please hear me out. I was falsely exiled and forced to defend myself. For every single charge, I'm willing to report everything honestly. Zhou Shan and Su Mingyuan are in custody, awaiting your judgment. Shen Yan. You gathered a following, built illegal weapons, and fought imperial troops. Any one of these is punishable by death. Sir, I used to be a hereditary captain at Dinghai Garrison. I just wouldn't become someone's lackey or help split spoils. So I was framed for conspiring with pirates and exiled here with my men. Those pirate charges were all made-up lies. We've never worked with pirates. As for fighting back against the army, Sir, Commander Zhou is leading troops to attack. Zhou Shan, you're sending soldiers to Kangmeng Island. Do you have an imperial warrant for suppressing bandits? I am just a humble officer. He doesn't. He took a huge bribe from the sea merchant Su Ming. He wants to take over the salt fields and the shipyard on this island. He moved the navy without permission, colluding with sea merchants, pretending to suppress bandits. But really, he's here to loot, kill, and plunder. He even wants to sell all the refugees who have lived here for generations, turn them all into slaves. Sir, is this bandit suppression? Or just reckless killing? For your own gain. Sir, Zhou Shan is greedy. He forced my Su family to pay and send troops. All those bribery and stealing property ideas, they're all Zhou Shan's schemes. You, Su Mingyuan, you're slandering me. What a Zhou Shan. An imperial officer, taking bribes, mobilizing troops without orders, hurting innocent people. Guards, watch Zhou Shan and Su Mingyuan closely. Take them back to the capital. Wait for the court's decision. The crimes of Zhou Shan, I've already investigated. I will report for strict punishment. But Shen Yan and Zhou Shan are guilty. That doesn't mean you're innocent. During my inspection on the island, this place is indeed well managed. People live peacefully. But I also heard soldiers, workers, refugees, egg folk, no rank among them. Equal pay for equal work. The capable rise, the less capable fall, no matter their background. You can let criminal citizens, those with low status for generations, be foremen and instructors, on equal footing with those of good status. Shen Yan, commoners are low status. That's a tradition for hundreds of years. Criminals, those wearing their guilt, can't change their fate. That is the law of the empire. Plus, you privately make weapons and cannons, open sea shops without approval, gathering hundreds of people, even if you had a reason. This is basically ruling your own territory. How can the court tolerate you? Sir, this criminal dares to speak. Let's set the steelworks aside for now. Just let me settle a few accounts with you. Sir, these are all the accounts for Kangmo Island in recent years. Please take a look. Our island produces snow salt. Its quality is way better. Official salt is sold all over the southeast. We produce dried seafood, produce diamond-grade steel, build ocean-going ships, and open seaports, trading with all kinds of merchant ships. Just the heavy tariffs and goods taxes here alone. This island pays 100,000 taels of silver in taxes a year to the empire. Sir, I have another question. How much tax does a normal exile site pay in 1 year? How much can they pay the empire yearly? Not even a single tael paid. The court keeps sending grain and funds every year, just to support the exiled criminals. But Kangmo Island doesn't take a single coin or grain from the empire. Instead, we add 100,000 taels of silver to the treasury every year. Sir, here's the second account. When you came to inspect the sea defense, did you hear about the gang of pirates called Hongya on these seas? Hongya has haunted the eastern sea for years, never managed to be wiped out. Hongya's main force, and all the sea bandits in the empire, have been wiped out by Kangmo Island. Their leader Hongya is still locked up in our island prison. Sir, if the imperial court wishes to maintain a navy to crush Hongya, build ships, arm cannons, train troops, and pay wages. It would cost hundreds of thousands of taels annually. But my Kangma Island requires not a single cent from the court, and Hangya can serve the court for generations by defending this stretch of the East Sea. Please do the math, sir. An island that pays 100,000 taels in taxes yearly, defends the coast and clears pirates for free, saving hundreds of thousands in military costs. Is such an island a benefit or a harm to the nation and its people? Sir, there is a third account, the account of the island's people. In the inland prefectures and counties, have you ever seen a place where, for several years now, not one person has died of hunger, not a single theft has occurred, and doors stay unlocked at night? Since you landed, sir, haven't you seen every family has food, and every household has a roof? In the workshops and schools, artisans practice their crafts, and children study their books. Islanders use their talents, each finding their rightful place, all living in peace and harmony. No one is idle, and no one is restless. This scene of safety and peace, where nothing is stolen and doors stay open, where everyone thrives in contentment. Isn't this the ideal world that countless wise ministers have dreamed of? You said the guilty make no class distinctions, that the capable rise and the mediocre fall, which breaks the social hierarchy and shakes the foundation of the state. Then I venture to ask you, sir, why did the court establish rank and status and set laws in the first place? Naturally, for the stability of the realm, a full national treasury, and peace across the four seas. Yes, exactly, for a full treasury, secure coastal defenses, and a peaceful populace. Then I venture to ask you, sir, why did the court establish rank and status and set laws in the first place? Naturally, for the stability of the realm, a full national treasury, and peace across the four seas. Yes, exactly, for a full treasury, secure coastal defenses, and a peaceful populace. But now our system on Kangma Island, where the capable lead and everyone contributes, adds 100,000 taels to the treasury annually, makes coastal defense rock solid, and saves huge military expenses, all while letting the people thrive. Does this shake the state's foundation? Or does it make it even stronger? Sir, rules are static. Improving the nation and the people's lives is what matters. That is the true foundation. If we cling to old ways, the Dan people must remain outcasts, never able to rise up. These old frameworks actually block the wealth of the nation, hinder the strength of coastal defense, and cut off the people's livelihoods. Then these frameworks, what use is there in keeping them? New rules that make a nation and people richer, even if they touch the privileges of a few, shouldn't they be recognized by the court? Shen Yan, what you've written, and what you've said, I, the envoy, must see for myself. Please allow me to show you around, sir. Children of refugees and exiles can read and write in this school. Sir, you have no idea. For us refugees and dumb people, elsewhere we were dirt under people's feet. It was Mr. Shen who allowed us here, for the first time, to live like human beings. Look around this island. Who doesn't truly see this as their home? Who wouldn't risk their life to defend it? No, Mr. Shen. In my 30 years as a government official, this kind of governance is something I've never seen before. Mr. Shen, your island is a great service to the nation and people. But making weapons and cannons privately and gathering people on this island, even if it's for self-defense, looks like a separatist threat to the court. How can I trust you, Shen Yan, not to use your army for power or to rebel against the court? Sir, if I truly intended to rebel, after capturing Zhoushan today and defeating the official army, I could have used that momentum. Why hand over Zhou and Suzhou respectfully? And why, after the battle, wait quietly for you to come and investigate. I made weapons, only because we had to defend ourselves. Those of us gathered on this island are not rebels. We are subjects cast off by a mistake, yet we still live law-abiding lives. I, Shen Yan, have never intended to rebel. We have only ever hoped for one thing: for the court to see the truth, distinguish loyalty from treachery, and give justice to the wronged. Well said, justice for the wronged. Mr. Shen, rest assured. After my inspection is complete, I will report the truth of Kangma Island, the crimes of Zhou Shan, the evils of Su Mingyuan, and your merits, Shen Yan, and those of the people here. I will petition the emperor for you, and seek the justice you deserve. The envoy's report has been sent, Master. It's been many days. How will the court decide? Our status as outcasts and exiles? Will the court really change centuries of rules just because of Mr. Shen's accounts? The achievements are real. The reasoning is sound, and the people are united. The rest depends on the court's vision and its courage to embrace the new. The decree, the imperial decree is here. Express delivery from the capital. The decree is here. Your Majesty, the exile Shen Yan has gathered a mob for rebellion. He built weapons to resist your army, and even captured your official, Zhou Shan.
He is an unpardonable traitor.
I urge you to send an army to crush them, and bring Shen Yan's gang to justice. As a warning to all, Minister Sun, you claim he is a rebel. But this is the report from Envoy Liu Qing, who investigated Kangma Island personally. Along with the confessions of Zhou and Su, I have some questions for you. This report states clearly that Zhou Shan had no orders from me, yet he moved the navy privately, took huge bribes from the merchant Su, and used pirate hunting as a cover to slaughter civilians and seize property. Is this pirate hunting, or are you forming cliques to harm the nation? Your Majesty, regarding Zhou Shan, I was truly unaware. Unaware. Zhou Shan confessed that the one backing him was you, San Kun. Let me tell you further. When Shen Yan was a junior officer, because he wouldn't bribe you or join your corruption, you framed him for colluding with pirates and exiled him. Yet on that island, he reclaimed land, made salt, and built ships, wiped out the great pirate Hongya, and paid 100,000 taels in taxes. He governed that island for me. Which of you loyal ministers has done that? Hear my decree. People of Kangma Island, receive the decree. By the mandate of heaven, the Emperor issues a decree for the East Sea Kanghai case. Imperial inspector has concluded. Found out that Zhou Shan from Zhejiang's coastal defense. Zhou Shan received the imperial edict. Accepted bribes. Civilians caught in the chaos. Harmed the good and committed serious crimes. Dismiss him and arrest for investigation immediately. Confiscate his property. Escort him to the capital. All offenders to be punished severely. Merchant Su Mingyuan hired killers to raid the island. Bribed officials, also to be investigated. Vice Minister of War Sun Kun formed factions for personal gain. Framed the loyal and just. Abused power and disrupted governance. Already dismissed and under investigation. Justice will prevail. Sun Kun, Vice Minister of War. The case against Shen Yan, former guard of Dinghai, was purely a false charge by Sun Can and Zhou Shan. This was a wrongful case. Clear their names at once. Shen Yan and all exiled military households of Kangmo Island. Demoted to outcasts. The exile was unjust. Afterward, we banded together for survival, fought bandits and defended the land. It was understandable. Their deeds are worthy pardon everyone on the island. Restore all to good citizen status. Grant freedom. We Tan people. We're no longer criminals. Young master, our name is cleared. People here have lived by the sea for generations, cultivated the sea and defended our land, paid taxes and fought off invaders. All loyal subjects of our country. Their contributions are invaluable. Treating Tan people as low caste violates natural law and morality. Abolish the Tan people's low status right away. From today on, they are equal to all citizens. No more class divisions. We Tan people are no longer outcasts. Dad, did you hear that? We Tan people aren't outcasts anymore. We're now rightful, dignified people. Kango Island is a key point in the East Sea, rich in resources, thriving trade, truly a vital area for the nation. Officially establish Kangmo Town immediately. Allow commerce to open up. Permit free civil trade. All salt and seafood products can be sold throughout the country. Allow commerce to open up. Let the people keep their pride even if oppressed. They found hope in desperation. Exiled fought bandits. Defended the land, rebuilt and raised people. Rights to be hereditary. By imperial order, I, Shen Yan, accept the decree. Thank you, Your Majesty. Shen Zhenhu, please rise. His Majesty hopes you'll do well managing Kangmo Town. Make it our Jin Dynasty's true East Sea outpost. A real city that never sleeps. Shen Yan will not fail Your Majesty's trust, nor let down the people here. Young Master, Lord of the Town, we've made it through. Old Zhou future town affairs. We'll need you as chief steward. Shen Zhenhu, today we Tan people can stand tall and be proud. We'll never forget this kindness. Adieu. This isn't kindness. You earned it with your hard work and sweat at sea. It's yours to claim. From now on, all the sea and ships of Kangmo Town will be entrusted to you Tan people. Don't worry, Shen Zhenhu. This sea, we Tan people will keep it safe for you and Kangmo Town. Lord Zhenwu, my salt fields will serve Kangmo Town from now on. We'll produce the finest sea salt. And my ships will serve Kangmo Town too. We'll build the best boats and sail the world. Master Zhang, I was foolish back then. Leaked the cannon positions. Nearly caused disaster. I've got nothing to say. But you made up for it at the cannons later. Drove off the enemy. You contributed a lot. Who hasn't made mistakes? If you change, you're still Kangmo Town's top gunner. Keep leading the artillery team. Thank you, Lord Zhenpu, for not casting me out. My life now belongs to Kangmo Town's artillery. Shen Yan, not Shen Zhenhu. I lost, and it's fair. Rank and rules. In the end, I lost to your ideals. Everyone is equal. Lin Wengshuan, you didn't lose to me. You lost to everyone on this island who saw each other as family and stuck together. Hearts. You people always try to climb up by stepping on others and split people into classes so you can rule over them. But you forget. Those who step on everyone will be stepped on by all in the end. The real story of Kangmo Town is just beginning. Young master, do you remember? When we first drifted to this island, it was just a dead wasteland with not even fresh water. I remember back then. Everyone thought exile here was a death sentence. The end of the road.